students, welcome back to my class. Today we are going to study about respiratory system. Okay, human beings need air to breathe. Air contains oxygen. The human beings need oxygen to stay alive. We get this oxygen by breathing in air. The oxygen helps to break down the food absorbed in the body to release energy. This energy is used for maintaining our life. The process by which energy is released from food in our body is called respiration. Carbon dioxide and water are the two byproducts of respiration. The process of respiration takes place inside our body. The function of respiratory system is to breathe in oxygen for respiration, for producing energy from food, and to breathe out carbon dioxide produced by respiration. The breathing organs of human beings are lungs. It is in the lungs that the gases are exchanged between the blood and air. The gases exchanged between blood and air are oxygen and carbon dioxide. In human beings, many organs take part in the process of respiration. We call them organs of the respiratory system. The main organs of human respiratory system are nose, trachea and lungs. Now let's see the process of respiration through this flowchart. The human respiratory system begins from nose. Our nose has two holes in it, which are called nostrils. There is a passage in the nose behind the nostrils, which is called nasal passage or nasal cavity. The air for respiration is drawn into our body through the nostrils present in the nose. This air then goes into the nasal passage. The nasal passage is lined with fine hair and mucus. When air passes through the nasal passage, the dust particles and other impurities present in it are trapped by nasal hair and mucus so that clean air goes into the lungs. From the nasal passage, air enters into the windpipe or trachea. The trachea is a common tube which is commonly known as windpipe. The air coming from the nostrils during breathing passes through trachea. The trachea runs down the neck and divides into two smaller tubes called bronchi at its lower end. The two bronchi are connected to the two lungs. The lungs lie in the chest cavity. The lungs are covered by thin membrane and also enclosed in a rib cage made of bones called ribs. Bronchus divides in the lungs to form a large number of still smaller tubes called bronchioles. The smallest bronchioles have tiny air sacs at their ends. The pouch-like air sacs at the ends of the smallest bronchioles are called alveoli. The walls of alveoli are very thin and they are surrounded by very thin blood capillaries. It is in the alveoli that oxygen is taken into the body and carbon dioxide gas is eliminated or given out. It is in the alveoli that gaseous exchange takes place. When we breathe in air, the diaphragm and muscles attached to the ribs contract, due to which our chest cavity expands. This expansion movement of the chest increases the volume inside the chest cavity. Due to increase in volume, the air pressure decreases inside the chest cavity and air from outside rushes into the lungs through the nostrils, trachea and bronchi. The alveoli are surrounded by a very thin blood vessels called capillaries carrying blood in them. So, during the process of breathing in, the air sacs or alveoli of the lungs gets filled with air containing oxygen, which is carried by blood to all the parts of the body. This oxygen combines with the digested food present in the body to release energy. Carbon dioxide gas is produced as a waste product during respiration. This carbon dioxide gas diffuses into the blood. Blood carries the carbon dioxide back into the lungs through the alveoli. When we breathe out air, the diaphragm and the muscles attached to the ribs relax, due to which our chest cavity contracts and becomes smaller. This contraction movement of the chest pushes out carbon dioxide from the alveoli of the lungs into the trachea, nostrils and then out of the body into the air. In this way, the process of gaseous exchange is completed in the human respiratory system. Eating sticky foods too often and improper brushing of teeth can lead to tooth decay, cavities, and gum disease. Tooth decay occurs more commonly in children. The main cause of tooth decay is bacterial infection. Whenever we eat food, small food particles get stuck between the teeth, and if the teeth are not brushed regularly and properly, these food particles leads to growth of bacteria. These bacteria produce acids that damage the enamel, and they also form a sticky coating called plaque that damage the dentine and finally the pulp, thus causing holes called cavities. Tooth decay in children occurs due to excessive eating of candies and chocolates. To take care of the teeth, we must eat a healthy diet containing milk, yogurt, fruit, and green vegetables. We should wash the mouth after every eating. We should avoid too many sugary foods or soft drinks. We should brush teeth twice a day, once in the morning and at bedtime, and see a dentist regularly.